हेलो एवरीवन, नमस्कार। मैं मुर्तज़ा खादरी स्वागत करता हूं आप सबका आपके अपने यूट्यूब चैनल सिविल सरा में। एंड दिस इज़ अवर डेली मेंस आंसर राइटिंग इनिशिएटिव वेयर विल डिस्कस ऑल द यूपीएससी, सीएससी एंड अदर स्टेट पीएससी मेंस एग्जामिनेशन रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस. So without further ado, let's begin. So our question for today is: the central government's plan to privatize the public sector banks may not be a best way to solve the public sector's worrying surge of non-performing assets. Explain. सार्वजनिक क्षेत्र के बैंकों की निजीकरण केंद्र सरकार की योजना गैर निष्पादित परिसंपत्तियों के बैंकिंग क्षेत्र को चिंताजनक वृद्धि का हल का कारण नहीं हो सकता। आप इसको समझाना है। So let's understand what is the demand of the question here. So the question says that the central government has been taking a decision, has been planning to privatize the public sector banks because there has been an increase in the non-performing assets of this public sector banks. But this is not the only solution. So we have to explain in such a way, we have to structure our answer in such a way that we have to explain what are public sector banks, like what are the positives of the public sector banks, why the government is taking the decision of privatizing the public sector banks, and you have to give reasons like why it is not the only solution for this. I hope you understood the structure of our answer. Let's see our approach, how to answer these kind of questions. Like we need to address, we need to understand what is the instruction given here. The instruction says explain. We need to clarify like how, when, and why this question is asked and why the government is taking this kind of decision. You need to explain, and you have to define the keywords of economic questions. Whenever these kind of questions, you have to explain, you have to define the terms, key terms, and you have to support them by providing a persistent data. Okay, let's move forward and understand how to introduce these kind of questions. You can start with the simple context like there has been an increase in the non-performing assets in the public sector banks. That's why the government is taking the decision of privatizing the public sector banks. And you can also quote by this, and you can also say that this doesn't give you a foolproof plan that private banks will always be efficient. Let's move forward and understand how the body of our answer should be. Like first you have to provide a positive points like about the public sector banks. You have to say the challenges of the public sector banks, why the government is taking privatization, and their challenges, and you have to suggest some of the measures. I hope you understood the body. And let's understand how to conclude these kind of questions. You have to provide a positive connotation like privatization of public sector banks is not definitive. Is not definitive for the problems like private banks are always efficient. You can conclude in such a way. So let's discuss how the introduction, what are the ways of explaining the introduction. Like the union budget recently in 2021 and 2022, the finance minister said that two of the public sector banks will be privatized in this year along with the general insurance company. So why this decision is taken? The government said that to improve the efficiency of these banks, this decision is taken. But there is no clear evidence that all the privatization banks, private banks, are efficient. I hope you understood this. And we can also introduce like recently the government has been providing recapitalization bonds for these government banks to improve their performance. Like in 2017, 70,000 crores has been provided, and in fiscal year 2018, 80,000 crores have been injected into these government banks, and in 2019 fiscal year, a whooping 1 lakh crore has been injected into these public sector banks, but still they haven't got any positive result. So the privatization has been undertaken. I hope you understood the various other ways of introducing this kind of answer. Let's move forward and understand what is the background and some of the positives of these public sector banks, what all they did. First, it has changed the Indian banking structure in our country, and the other thing is like the banking industry has bought the agriculture, employment, health care, women rights, everything under the priority sector lending. So, and another thing is like it has reduced the dependency on the money lenders in our country, and the banks in our country has been increasing. In 1969 there were only 1833 banks, but it has increased to 33,004 in 1995, and it has been increasing day by day. I hope you understood the positives, like what are the points you should include in your answer. Let's move forward. Oh, let's understand what is the rationale behind the privatization of these banks, or the reasons behind the privatization of these banks. The first reason is bulk of NPAs. Like there has been an increase in the NPAs in the public sector banks, which has been a major reason for us to privatize these banks. Another reason is that the problem of dual control. The government banks has been under the control of both RBI and the finance ministry, whereas the private banks has been wholly under the RBI. Like another reason is there has been a political inference that the government still has a major say in the board of directors appointment in the public sector banks. So this political interference has been hampering their efficiency. And the another reason why the privatization of these banks has been undertaken is draining of profits. Private banks brings more profit because there doesn't have any uh, political interference, whereas the public sector banks has their profits have been disrupted due to government schemes and farm loan waivers. It has been hurting the bank's growth, etc. So these are the reasons why the privatization of the banks have been undertaken. So let's move forward and understand that the privatization may not address the challenges faced by the public sector banks. Like privatization also has certain challenges similar as that of government banks. Privatization banks are not without faults. Like, for example, ICICI Bank MD and CEO Chanda Kochhar has been providing a dubious loans to the various other customers. So, and another thing is like recently in 2015, during the asset quality review, most of the private sector banks and even the Yes Bank has been provided underreported the non-performing assets of their banks. And another thing is that if by privatizing these banks, we are in danger of repeating the mistakes of 1960s. Like by privatizing the private banks will be making their own profits, and they will not provide the loans for the different portfolios. They will not provide the loans for the priority sector lendings, etc. And let's move forward. Like another major challenge is that the willful defaults by corporate borrowers and subsequent recovery haircuts will also be continued, and they will be imposed, and they will be ill-conceived under the insolvency bankruptcy code, etc. And another reason is that unlike the mega mergers of public sector banks, this privatization is a politically sensitive move, and there might be rights and other things, etc. So I hope you understood these challenges, and I hope you understood all the major dimensions which I have been covering through. Let's move forward and understand how to give a proper way forward for these kind of questions. The first thing is that first implement the bad bank plan. Like the government is providing a bad bank plan to address the problem of non-performing assets and to clean up the balance sheets. And another thing is that the government should work for an appropriate term. Like it should work for appropriate terms of these privatization of the banks by RBI. And another thing is like the PJ Nayak committee, which has been recommended to either merge or privatize these banks as the non-performing assets have been increasing in the public sector banks. I hope you understood these points, like how to write a proper way forward for these kind of questions. So let's move forward and understand how to conclude these kind of questions. Like even though the private sector banks have provided a better balance sheets, but privatization alone would not solve all the problems faced by the public sector. And by giving autonomy to these public sector banks, along with that, we should also provide a better solution would be that the public sector banks should be given more autonomy to reform themselves and also to work without without any politicization or without any political interference. They should work without any political interference. So I hope you understood how to conclude these kind of questions. If you have any doubts and queries, please do comment in the comment section below. Your response has been amazing, guys. If you have any ideas for me to cover, if you have any topics if you want me to cover, please do comment in the comment section below. Thank you very much. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and your response would be boosting my energy. Thank you very much.